Trump administration border czar Tom Homan. Tom, great to see you, by the way. Thanks for what you're doing. I think that video says it all, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You know, where's their tears for the 500,000 children that were trafficked in the country, separated from their families, put in the hands of criminal cartels, and they can't find over 300,000 of them. I guarantee some of these children are sex trafficking and forced labor. Where's your tears for those? Where's your tears for the 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl poisoning because of the open border? Where's your tears for the 600% increase of sex trafficking of women and children? And of course, where's your tears for all the young ladies been raped, murdered, and burned alive? So, you know, it's just pathetic.
Yeah, well, you got some help from President Trump, and for now he got Canada and Mexico, Colombia, and even Venezuela to accept back these illegal immigrants. And you now have Gitmo as a place to put many of them. How important are those developments to you?
You know, President Trump proves every day he's the greatest president in my lifetime, and I mean that. That he's moving at lightning speed. Look what we've done. You're right. Seeing airplanes of illegal aliens landing in Gitmo, a game changer. Seeing the Department of Defense take airplanes south with illegal aliens, first time in my 34 years of doing this job, a game changer. President Trump's making progress every single day. Our numbers already, remember, Sean, it wasn't too long ago, we were dealing with 10,000, 11,000 illegal entries a day. Yesterday, 524. And not one of them, not a single one was released. They're either returned or detained seeking prosecution. So game changer, greatest president of my lifetime, proves it every day. And look, we got a lot more to do. And I got a great team. We got the greatest president I ever worked for. You got Secretary Noem. She's already been on the ground with the Border Patrol. She's been on the ground with ICE. She's been on the water Coast Guard. She's done more enforcement actions in a week than my orchestra has done in 4 years. I got Pete Hegseth, shoulder to shoulder Pete Hegseth, giving us all the DOD access to lock that border down. So, you know, what a great team. You got Steve Miller, the architect, right? He amazes me every day at the White House. We have one hell of a team. We will not fail this president.
Let me read a headline to you. Chicago leaders encourage residents to exercise their rights in resisting Trump's deportation policies. The governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, basically admitted that he knew somebody that didn't have full documentation, that he was hiding over his garage. Then we have Tom Tillis, senator from North Carolina, saying that people should have the right to sue sanctuary cities and states that aid and abet in lawbreaking. Your comment on all of that?
I think the governor's pretty foolish saying what he said, because I got note of it, won't let it go, we'll look into it. And if he's knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien, that's a violation of Title 8 United States Code 1324. I would seek prosecution, or the secretary would seek prosecution. So maybe he's bluffing. If he's not, we'll deal with that. And as far as suing sanctuary cities, well, get in line, because the Trump administration is going to do that already. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. There's one example, right? If the young sanctuary cities in New York City, if they would have gave us over the killer of Laken Riley when he got arrested in New York City for endangering a child, he would have been in jail, and he would have never killed Laken Riley. Sanctuary cities are responsible for deaths of thousands of young children throughout my career, and we're going to sue them. We're going to hold them. And look, if he's got to go to the Supreme Court, that's what President Trump wanted to do. He will end sanctuary cities.
You know, there was a 2011 Government Accountability Office study found 3 million criminal offenses had been committed by illegal immigrants. This is before Harris, Biden, Mayorkas threw the floodgates wide open, 12, 14, 15, who knows. How many, do we have any estimates? We know there's about 350,000 missing children that have been used by illegal immigrants. Do we have any estimates how many Americans have been victims of violent crime, murdered and raped? Do we have any idea of that number at this point?
You know, there's really no metric on that, because, you know, it's, of course, in the thousands. We have no metric because of one reason. Many sanctuary cities don't even track the nationality. When they book them into jail, they won't ask what country they're from, what their immigration status is, because they don't want ICE to find out. So even though we know sanctuary cities are protecting criminals, we find out about a lot of them. There are a lot we don't find out about, because they simply won't gather the biometrics so we know who they are. But again, I think President Trump, this administration, are going to sue sanctuary cities. We need that information. I'll say it again. Sanctuaries are sanctuaries for criminals, bottom line.
All right. So what will happen? What will ICE do to the politicians, the advocacy groups, the cities and states that have sanctuary status that are aiding and abetting in the law breaking? What will you do to those people that are openly not just opposing, but helping those people that broke the law and didn't respect our borders and sovereignty?
If they openly impede us, that's a violation of federal law, it's a felony. If they knowingly harbor and conceal an alien, that's a felony. We will seek prosecution through the U.S. Attorney's Office. We got a great U.S. Attorney coming in, Pam Bondi. She's all in. So we're going to seek prosecution, Sean. That's what we have to do because they're releasing public safety threats back in the community. Any sanctuary city, any elected mayor, city councilman, a governor who thinks it's a good idea to release public safety threats back in the community to reoffend, it's just ridiculous. We're going to hold them accountable. The Trump administration will hold them accountable through prosecution.
All right, Tom Homan, great job. Amazing 2 weeks as you begin your third week. We appreciate your time.